I'm compelled to share a deeply personal experience that remains etched in my soul. A moment that was both shattering and life-altering, reshaping my entire perspective. It centers on the time my spouse prohibited me from joining a modest retreat with close friends. And the fallout from that decision unveiled a truth so profound it forced me to face the hardest choice I've ever made. Here's the complete tale, from its quiet beginnings to its transformative end. It started as unremarkable days often do. My cherished friends, bonded through our college years, had spent months planning a weekend escape. It was an opportunity to step away from life's relentless pace, to share joy, meaningful conversations, and a rare chance to simply exist in the moment. I was genuinely thrilled. The weight of work, home responsibilities, and family demands had been suffocating, and this getaway offered a vital pause to restore my spirit and reconnect with those who truly understood me. I shared the idea with my husband well ahead of time, trusting that openness would keep any misgivings at bay. At first he seemed unfazed, even slightly supportive. "Sounds wonderful. Have fun," he said, and a spark of hope warmed me. His response felt healthy, reassuring. But as the trip approached, his attitude shifted subtly. Questions began to surface, numerous and pointed. Who would be there? Where exactly were we staying? What were our plans? His tone lost its warmth, tinged instead with suspicion, as though he were hunting for a reason to fuel his discomfort. I tried to soothe his worries. "It's just a girls' weekend," I reassured him. "We'll unwind, maybe pamper ourselves at a spa, share a meal, watch a movie, nothing extravagant." Yet his inquiries grew more intense, more demanding, and I could feel a growing strain between us with each passing day. Then one evening, everything unraveled. He fixed his gaze on me and stated firmly, "I don't want you going." I was stunned, momentarily speechless. "Why not?" I asked. "What's wrong with a weekend away with friends?" He averted his eyes, his voice distant. "I just can't permit it," he replied. I pressed for an explanation. Was he anxious? Did he doubt my loyalty? Was there something he wasn't sharing? But his answers remained elusive, his tone colder than I'd ever heard. I felt trapped, confused, and deeply hurt. How could the man I loved, the one I placed my trust in, refuse me something so simple, something that mattered so deeply to me? Over the following days, I poured my heart into mending the rift. I spoke gently, explaining how essential this trip was for my mental and emotional health. I stressed that it wasn't about dismissing him or our marriage but about caring for myself as well. I offered compromises, perhaps just a single night away instead of two, or frequent updates to ease his mind. But he remained unmoved, his stance rigid, as if building an unyielding wall between us, one stone at a time. The evening before the trip, I packed my bags with a heavy heart. I didn't want to leave him upset or wounded, but I had made my choice. I needed this for my own well-being. As I stepped through the door, a blend of relief and unease washed over me. Relief at finally honoring my own needs, unease about his reaction. That's when the true blow struck. He called me that night, not to check on my safety or enjoyment, but to deliver words I never could have foreseen. "If you go on this trip," he said, "I'm done with our marriage." My heart plummeted. I stared at my phone, frozen. How could a simple weekend with friends escalate to him threatening to end our life together? I asked if he was serious, begged him to reconsider, to discuss it, to think of everything we'd created together. But his voice was unyielding, icy. "You've betrayed my trust," he said. "You chose your friends over me. It's over." That night, I cried as I never had before. I felt shattered, bewildered, enraged, and terrified all at once. The days that followed were excruciating. We attempted to talk, but each exchange only deepened the pain. He held fast to his ultimatum as if it were etched in granite, and I realized no amount of pleading would sway him. My world seemed to crumble. Yet, as the initial shock subsided, something shifted within me. A clarity began to form. I saw that this wasn't merely about a weekend away. It was about control, trust, and mutual respect, or their absence. I came to understand that I deserved a partner who encouraged me, who championed my growth, who trusted me even when I was away with friends. In that understanding, I discovered the beginnings of a new chapter. I turned my energy toward healing, toward rediscovering who I was beyond the boundaries of that marriage. I leaned on my friends, the same women who had planned the retreat, who enveloped me in support during my darkest hours. The divorce was grueling, marked by tears, challenging conversations, and moments of self-doubt. But slowly I grew stronger. That weekend getaway became a potent symbol for me, a testament to advocating for my own needs, even when it meant risking everything. If you're reading this and feel confined by someone else's refusal to let you live fully, know this. Your feelings are valid. Your choices matter. Your freedom is crucial. Sometimes, the most painful struggles pave the way for the most essential liberation. The freedom to embrace your truest self. Thank you for taking the time to read my journey. If you've faced something similar, I'd be honored to hear your thoughts or experiences. Let's support one another. And if stories like this resonate with you, keep an eye out for more, because sometimes another person's truth can ignite the courage to carve your own path.